Have you ever worked really hard on a piece of artwork or a blog post or another piece of content or something like that, put it out there and had no response, or worse yet, gotten a really negative response? Well, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Today I want to share some skills and positive answer mindsets to prepare you for any negative comments that come as you grow as an artist. You may or may not have come to realize this in your own life, but it's true that as we grow as artists and put ourselves out there more and more, we just naturally become more susceptible to trolls or other online randos commenting or writing negative things about the quality of our artwork, sometimes who we are, sometimes even how we look, like as if that has anything to do with the art we produce. But it's important to remember that whatever negativity we do experience is not personal, even though it may seem like it or it may sound like it, and it definitely can hurt like it is, but it's not. Just remember that these people only know what we put online, and it's a tiny part of us as like full human beings. And 99% of the time, they don't even mean it enough that they would actually say it to your face. People say a lot when hiding behind screens and messaging strangers just for the thrill of it. So definitely, first and foremost, don't let it stress you out. I actually did a poll on my Instagram story and on my YouTube comments to see if people had experienced a lot of negativity online, and it sounds like for the most part you guys haven't had a ton of it. A lot of people joke like, I'm not big enough to experience negativity yet, and that's, not necessarily a bad thing. A few people even mentioned that they had experienced negativity online from people that they knew in person. So just realize that, like, if it hasn't happened to you yet, it haven't happened to you too much. I mean, obviously that's a good thing. It's not bad to not experience negativity, but just be prepared, for when it does happen. Use these little tips and tricks I've got for you today to make sure that if you do experience it, or when you do experience it, it's not going to like completely ruin your day, because it definitely can if you're not prepared. Number 1, realize that sometimes negativity does come from a piece of frustration that gets aimed in the wrong direction. If there's a real and specific complaint, perhaps try to see what point the critic is actually trying to make, like removed from the anger. You may even be able to address the comment in such a way that makes the critic feel heard, understood, and treated with respect, and then they will do the same back. Like, you'd be surprised. I had some people early on yelling at me about the sound quality of my videos, and I realized that my music was way too loud and people were just frustrated that they couldn't hear the information I was trying to give them. So as soon as I turned on the music, and I would even write the back like, sorry, some of my later videos have the music farther down, and people would be like, oh good, I just wanted to hear the instruction that you were trying to give, and I was just frustrated because I couldn't hear you. So believe it or not, sometimes people's anger literally just comes from a critique that actually may be beneficial or positive to your channel if you can just remove the nastiness from it. Number 2 is have a few positive responses on hand to consider or possibly reuse as necessary. Like as I said in number 1, sometimes you may be able to win this person over if you just address where their anger is coming from. But do not allow yourself to spend too much time responding to negativity. It's just definitely not worth it. If you can have a little canned response or some easy way to just pop back or and spend 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes at the most on something like this, but that's it. Do not spend a lot of time responding to negativity, because number 3 is realize you can never please everyone, so don't even try. It won't work and you'll just get frustrated. Realize that no one, famous or otherwise, has ever been able to please everyone. I'm sure you can even find critics of people like Mother Teresa, so do not stress yourself out over it. Remember, you cannot control how others perceive you, only how you carry yourself. So just be and do things that you are proud of, and you'll naturally stop caring about those who treat you as if you should be some other way. Just be your best self. Do your best in life. Your tribe will find you. Focus on the folks who love you, and that's really it. I mean, just do not focus on the people who don't bring you joy. So number 4 is a 3-parter, and this is basically 3 emotional ways that you can combat it if someone is just determined to troll and hassle you. Basically, first way is laugh it off. Literally a laugh and a shrug, because this person, this loser, actually took the time to get their whole panties in a bunch over some free content you posted online. I mean, like, seriously, like, how pathetic. Like, laugh at that. Second, cry it off. Every once in a while, someone either by chance or by seriously sick proclivities and like crazy details knows just what to say to get under your skin and really makes you feel bad or inept or stupid or unskilled. So if that happens, just allow yourself to feel your feelings for a few minutes. Like, don't bottle things up, as they are more apt to come up in unexpected and way more destructive ways later on, like self-destructive, you know what I mean? Just shed a little tear if necessary, and then move on. If someone ever makes you feel that bad, it's not worth responding, because they will probably do it again. So in this case, make sure you just like block and delete. Do not let this person affect you this strongly again. And the third one is, and really this is kind of my go-to, is pity them. Feel relieved that you are not them, and neither is your significant other. They may give you an unpleasant 10 minutes, but realize that that person is way more unhappy in their own lives, and they have to be around themselves 24/7. Like, seriously, if someone is throwing hate at you, realize that they hate themselves a lot more. Like, you need to feel sorry for this person. Be like, ooh, I have to deal with your negativity for like 5 or 10 minutes. You have to deal with your negativity for your whole life, or so does your spouse and your family. Like, that's pity is like, ooh, sorry for yourself, bruh. Number 5, this is kind of what I was saying. Number 4 is know that there is nothing wrong with simply block, delete, report. You know, if somebody's hassling you that bad, if this person has disrespected you so much, then you owe them nothing in return. Do not allow this negative troll, this loser, to bully you into response, especially if the response will require you to like be as low as their level, to sink as low as them. No, forget that. Do not do that. Even crafting a good response that's not ugly takes time, and they have earned literally 0 of your precious time. You had positive intentions when you posted whatever you did, your artwork or your tutorial or whatever. So anyone who tries to bring down your goodwill for like no practical reason truly does not deserve the energy you could be putting towards something better and something more productive or more enlightening that you would rather be doing with your time anyways. Do not give them any of your most precious gift, your time. The very best first response you can have to deal with negativity online is to have a mantra or positive statement ready, so that you have a swift and confident inner dialogue answer for any time some awful comment sneaks up out of nowhere and completely derails whatever awesome thing you're about to do. Like, seriously, that's what it always hits you, is you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go post this great thing on my beautiful painting on my Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you're slapped in the face with this like horrible comment, and it just throws a total wrench in all of the inner workings of whatever positive thing you were about to do. So do not allow those trolls any power over your mindset, goals, or accomplishments. Have a little positive mantra in your brain, like an immediate answer, so that if somebody says, you know, your artwork is crappy, you need to go back to school, you can say, you know what, I'm still learning, and I know that I'm getting better and better every day. And you have that already in the back of your head, or whatever it is, you have some sort of answer in your brain that you can immediately jump to, so that that negativity does not completely derail like all of the rest of your afternoon or whatever it was you were about to do, because that is the worst, how one tiny second can take up like your whole day. And number 7 is, at the end of the day, remember that haters are just people who have anger towards everyone reaching success. They are not productive contributors pumped up on accomplishing their own goals. No, they are miserable little wastes of space without enough creativity to produce anything notable on their own. They're succubus, they're leeches, they are not worth any time, and we don't even know who they are. They know who we are, but they are so insignificant, we don't even know who they are. Just understand that haters only come after those who are doing something noteworthy and interesting. Along with fame comes haters. It's a very backwards compliment in life, but it is one. These people don't have anything going on, and you do, and that's why they hate you, and that's sad. I'm listing these paintings in my shop if you can use a little hand-painted funkus for your own personal collection. And check out this playlist here for lots more nature-inspired art. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you next time.